Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. You're still watching the Nile Cruise, and now we're going to talk about a very interesting topic, which is the TikTok to traditions and how Gen Z is reviving heritage through social media. What happened when ancient traditions meet modern day scroll culture? It is a world where TikTok videos are shaping opinions, reviving forgotten stories, and even setting tourism trends. Egypt's youth are becoming unexpected ambassadors of heritage, one reel, one legend, one local tale at a time. And to shed more light on this topic, we are delighted to have with us Dr. Ahmed Montaser. He is CEO of American Training Academy and professor at Concordia University. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Ms. Abir. It's my pleasure to be with you today. And today we are talking about a very important topic because we are talking about Generation Z.
Yeah.
So when we talk about Generation Z, we are talking about those who were born between 1997 and 2012.
Yeah,
and
the Gen Z.
Yeah, that's why we call them Gen Z. And Gen Z, they are tech savvy. They really have all the skills that they can utilize the TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, all of the social media platforms in order to represent the heritage in a new, reimagined way. So we can not just remember the history, but we can reimagine the history.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
Dr. Ahmed, in your opinion, can Egypt position young content creators as part of its soft power booklet to shape how the world sees its culture?
Of course. And we can definitely remember how this were adding value to the tourism, because we had this trend called Egypt is calling.
Yeah.
And this trend was in the late April 2025. In this trend, we saw a lot of touristic vision where you can go to the Cairo airport and you have the video. Egypt is calling trend. So you have tourists coming from abroad and they are having short videos, short reels at the Egyptian airport. And let's go to see the statistics.
Yeah.
We saw an increase 25% in Q1 2025 compared to 2024.
Yeah.
And why we are talking about this? Because this can have a great impact in the economy. And by this we use the soft power of those young youth, Generation Z, and we connected them internationally, and we were having a great impact on the economy and the tourism, because tourists love to come to Egypt and to document their memories.
Yeah.
Through Egypt is calling.
Yeah, Dr. Ahmed, moving to training, do we expect that we will have training centers for content creators to boost tourism in Egypt?
Actually, this is a great point, Ms. Abir, because we really need to think about rural areas.
Yeah.
Where you can even use the youth centers and the libraries in those areas, and you can connect with governmental universities.
Yeah, like neglected areas.
Yeah, and you can go and cooperate with Ain Shams University, Cairo University, and try to make a cooperation where professors or even wonderful students can go and teach those youth in rural areas. And they can teach them not only on the social media platforms, but also on the heritage, the history. So we can have a final product that connects the history with the social media platforms, and by the end we can have a great youth that can add value to Egypt and the wider community.
Yeah. Dr. Ahmed, Scandinavian countries have promoted rural family life as a tourist product. Can Egypt make something like this?
Sure. Actually, Egypt can definitely do this, but my advice is that don't take like one solution that fits everything. It's about adaptation. It's about adapting to our culture, because we have our own uniqueness. We are the Egyptians and we have a great history as our backbone. So we can definitely customize all of those wonderful experiences from other countries, and we can bring them, adapt them to the Egyptian culture, and have our own uniqueness. And that's why it's always about differentiation.
Yeah.
How can we utilize the youth, the Gen Z, the tech savvy, to our wonderful national Egypt and the community as well globally?
Oh yeah. And how do you view the social media impact recently on many fields, not only tourism, in other fields?
Great. Actually, social media is playing a major role right now, even in entrepreneurship. Because we can see if we connect entrepreneurship to the tourism right now.
Yeah.
Let me share with you one of the great stories that I like to share. I was in Indonesia. One of my trips were in Indonesia. And during this trip, the tour guide invited us to go to a wonderful place where he can show the process of coffee preparation from stage 1 to the last stage, stage Z. And we saw that they said it's a free venue. You don't need to pay. You just go and see the Indonesian culture. And we went.
That's a very good idea.
Great idea. It's a free trip, so he can attract more touristic people from different places. And through this trip, at the end, what happened? He showed you all the process of the coffee, and he walked us through a market, and he said, we have free samples for you. And there was some people having reels, social media, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, and those are influencers. And after we had our free tea and free coffee, we, as wonderful tourists, we said, where is the market? I want to buy. So you can see here, you connected social media with the culture, the touristic place, and with entrepreneurship, because now the person who owned the farm is selling coffee and tea, not for Indonesian people, but from someone who came from Egypt abroad. And that's why it's a great question from your side, that social media can really interact and integrate in different industries, in tourism, entrepreneurship, business, and globally this can have a final product that add value to everyone.
Okay. Dr. Ahmed, if you were to design a national movement that unites youth, heritage, AI, and tourism under one strategy, what would this pillar be?
Actually, we can talk about 4 or 5 pillars. But let's say, for example, think about it like heart, okay? So we talk about heritage. That can be part of this pillar, that we teach our youth about the heritage, about the history, about the uniqueness of the Egyptian, the ancient Egyptian time. And we can definitely go to the next E in the heart, which is empowerment. You empower them with what they need. And then the A, which is the AI. We teach them about the AI. And then the R, which is the real voices. It's not about that I go to an influencer and tell them, please come and do a video for me. No, it's about connecting with the local people in my area, because this will give authenticity to the video. This gives the real emotions. That's the R. And the T is the touristic transformation. How can I integrate the educational institutions, Cairo University, Ain Shams, and all of those, with the Ministry of Tourism, with the academies that teach in business, and we can have the National Academy that teach entrepreneurship and how they can do business. And by this you have synergism, because you connected all the dots to the value and the advantage of Egypt and globally as well. So those are the pillars, the heart, heritage, empowerment, AI, teaching in the AI and giving them more knowledge, and the R, which is the real voices that I need to not only connect with influencer, but also from the real voices, local people, and the T, which is the touristic transformation, which is I'm integrating every dot to have a final product that add value to Egypt. Those are our 5
pillars. Dr. Ahmed, we've seen lately the Egyptian government going through digitalization process for all the governments, and also especially the Ministry of Tourism. Tell me more about this.
Great. Actually, one of the great campaigns that I saw even when I was in the US, it was coming from the tourism, the Ministry of Tourism. And this campaign was amazing because they made a cooperation with organizations in the United States which were fully funding digital marketing courses. So they say, just go to the website, make sure you have your own name, apply so you can join the wave, and it's fully funded. When I did my research, and I thought that this was really more than 40,000 Egyptian pounds, and the ministry gave it for free for the youth. So all of those wonderful campaigns and wonderful actions really make a big difference to Egypt, and I really wish them all the best. And great question, thank you. Because this takes us to action. So that's really a nice question.
Dr. Ahmed, with the rise of rural and cultural tourism globally, How can youth creators highlight their hometowns in ways that benefit from tourism and their local economy?
Okay, great question. First of all, they need to
The
really
countryside and
Yeah.
Egyptian
the
countryside.
rural areas,
Yeah.
the countryside, the local parts. We really need to ask this question: what differentiates us? What really makes us unique, not only in Egypt but globally? And by this, you know your unique advantage.
Yeah.
And then you start to create what I always say, the storytelling video.
Yeah, and we already are seeing now in the countryside influencers.
Yeah.
They're making fatir and
That's true. And sometimes they talk about the
Local
koshery,
foods.
the
Yeah,
local
yeah,
food,
local
and
food.
those videos are really doing great because
Yeah.
when you are coming to Egypt, you do your research and you
Yeah.
want to know what is the local food.
Yeah.
You would like to taste it, you know, and you saw those videos, and this can really have a wonderful impact on the economy because according to the statistics, like we were targeting 30 million by 2030, according to the Ministry of Tourism, and through those wonderful Egypt calling, we were having 3.9 million touristic people coming to Egypt compared to 2024 in Q1. So we can see the impact
The
for
rise
those
of the-
storytelling videos, you know.
Yeah, yeah. Dr. Ahmed, could a reward system or micro grant model encourage youth to create more strategic heritage content?
Actually, yeah, we can definitely make sure that we can connect the heritage with the content in a way that it's having this empathy, the emotions, you know, like you connect with I can say the tourist that's coming from abroad
Yeah.
in a way that you are showing your heritage, but in a very friendly, short storytelling reel or
Yeah.
or even like TikTok, you know,
Yeah.
short video. All of those can definitely connect, but the keyword here is emotion. How can you make sure that it's emotion empowered?
Yeah.
So it can really touch the heart of the tourist that's coming abroad quickly. You know?
Yeah, I'm talking also about rewards. Do we expect the Ministry of Youth and Sports make rewards for content creators to promote tourism and something of the sort?
That will be a great move because actually you can create like a big competition on a national scale where you can go to the rural areas through like mobile like movement hubs or libraries or even the youth centers where you can have like every month in a rural area you are talking about an activity and competition, and at the end you can
Yeah.
connect all of those and you can reward the best video, the best person who like inspired others by a short video, you know.
Yeah.
So that's the point of view. It's like
Okay.
targeting emotionally the tourists.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Well, Dr. Ahmed Montaser, the CEO of American Training Academy and professor at Concordia University, thank you very much for joining us today on Nile Cruise.
My pleasure. Thank you, Ms. Abir. It
Thank
was a
you.
great to be with you. Thank you.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, short break and we'll be back.